Most backpacking tent under $200 will either leak, break, or weigh you down. This one doesn't, that's why it's still in my pack after more than 1 year. So this is not going to be a first impressions video, this is going to be a short-term review. So I'm going to show you how to pitch it. I'm going to tell you everything I like about this tent, all the pros and cons. I'm going to basically tell you whether it's worth investing money into this tent. So this is the older version of the Mongar, and since that time when we purchased it, which was almost 2 years ago, the Naturehike has released different version, including Pro version. There's a base model which is even cheaper than this one. So this one sort of sits in the middle. So I'm not gonna get into technical details about all of these versions. I'm gonna put overlay on the screen so you can have a look. You can pause the video and have a look and compare different versions. So the tent I'm reviewing here is a 210T polyester version, which is sort of sits in between the Pro version and the base model, sits in like a sweet spot in terms of the durability and weight. In the Pro version, it's made of the lighter materials. So the fly in the Pro version is made of 20T nylon, which will be a little bit lighter, but also it's got the different properties in terms of the water absorption. So the polyester doesn't suck the water as much as the nylon, so it's not gonna sag. But the problem is the nylon is much more durable, obviously, so this will potentially last a little bit less than the nylon, so you have to take all those things into consideration. This is up to you which versions you want to buy, and also there's a differences in the weight. So the Pro version is more expensive, but it's lighter. Then we've got that this version is about 2.2 kilograms, and then you got the base model, which is about $160, is the cheapest and is the heaviest. So if you're thinking about purchasing any of those tents, I'm going to put the links in the description of this video so you can have a look at the different versions. You can click around. So the biggest advantage of this tent, this is a freestanding tent, and you got 2 doors on both sides. So you got 2 vestibules. So you got one door here, and you got another entrance from here. So this is pretty convenient for 2 people. It weighs about 2.2 kilograms. That's the base weight, and you can add the ground sheet, which is gonna bring the weight to about 2.4 kilograms. So it's not exactly ultra light, but it's a light enough, I think, for this price. But the best advantage of this tent, it is how easy it is to set it up, which I'm gonna show you right now. So we're gonna start with the ground sheet. So the ground sheet actually comes with the tent. You don't need to buy it separately. It's about 200 grams. If you take the ground sheets, actually give you additional choice to pitch the tent with the fly first. So this is a freestanding tent, so we can always fix the position a little bit later. So it's just loosely put the pegs in the ground. And this is the way to do it also when it's windy. This is how you would start. One of the biggest benefits of taking a ground sheet with you is that you can pitch this tent with the fly first. So the way to do it is to set up the ground sheet, put all of your pegs in the 4 corners, connect the poles, and then put the fly on top of it. Then you can go inside, you're already sheltered from the rain, and you can get the inner tent and connect it from the inside. So you got the fly and the inner here. So this is roughly the size of the bag. It's not the shortest, but usually if you squeeze it a little bit, you should be able to put it horizontally inside your backpack. It's not that long, it's not that bulky, so it's pretty good size. So this is the fly here, and put it on the side, and we'll start with inner. You're gonna get the tent poles. So they're already connected, as you can see. They're already sort of connected. You just have to sort of open it, and they're gonna start clipping in. So it's just as easy as getting them out of the bag and just connecting them up. So that literally takes a few seconds. So here we go. So the crossbar goes obviously in the middle, and you just line it up with all 4 corners here. So the next thing we're gonna do, I'm gonna connect the poles. So you just match these 2. So the last one is usually the hardest one, but there we go. So the tent is almost set up. Now the last thing we're gonna do, connect all these clips into the tent poles. So you just twist them. Once you get the crossbar in, the tent is pretty much pitched. So the last thing we're gonna do is to put the fly on. So the way to put it, you see you've got those both yellow ends. These are your entrances. These go next to the crossbar. So you just have to align them with the crossbar. So you got one door here. Just pull it down. So we're gonna put it here. But the best way to adjust the tension on the fly is to pull it down. And you see this, you have this little tab in here, and you just pull it up. And you do it for all four corners. So we're gonna do the same thing here. Pull it down. Tension it. Next, we're gonna stake out the sides and a vestibule. You're gonna stake out the guy lines. So these are already provided with the tent as well. But I think all you have to do is just put a little bowline knot, and then you should be good to go. So here's your tensioning. So you can adjust the tension, how much tension you want with this little clip. So let's have a quick look inside the tent now. So we're gonna fold one of the vestibule sides, and you have a little system. There's a little loop on the other side. So all you have to do, just feed this end into the loop. Unfortunately, there's no magnets here. So we're coming inside the tent now. And this one also can be folded the same way. You've got a little hook in here. So we're gonna keep it open at the moment. So let's have a quick look inside the tent. So here we are inside the Naturehike Mongar. As you can see, you have a little bit storage here on top. As I mentioned before, you got doors on both sides, so this is a really good setup for two people. The floor is nice and thick. I almost can sit up straight right in the middle of the tent. I'm about 183 centimeters. In terms of the other storage, other than the one which is at the top, you have a little pockets here on both sides, very small pockets. It's not the best ones. And you got air vents on both sides, so this is pretty good for the ventilation. We haven't noticed any condensation when we use this tent so far. So you have another air vent in here, another storage pocket in here. So here's the inside look of the tent with a long wide sleeping mat. You can fit 2 mats in here. This is a 2-person tent. So the vestibule side is quite large. You can probably put your backpack in here. You can zip this one down. You have even more space. You have a large triangular space in here in the front of your tent. So you can definitely keep your shoes in here. You can keep your cooking setup in here. We normally keep the backpack inside. So there's plenty of room. The tent is definitely long enough, so plenty of room for the taller person. I'm laying flat at the moment. As you can see, I still got another 10-15 centimeters just behind my feet. So right now let's talk about the pros and cons of this tent. And one of the best things that I like about this tent is how easy it is to set up, and the fact that you have 2 doors, you have 2 vestibule spaces, and it's pretty good ventilation. We haven't noticed much condensation, so the fly doesn't touch the inner. If you pitch it correctly, you shouldn't have any problems. And obviously one of the biggest advantages of this tent is the price. So if you're getting into the backpacking, this is a pretty good tent. In terms of the cons, things I don't really like, it's a little bit too small for me. The door is a little bit too small, but that's obviously subjective. For this, like a shorter person, I think this is perfectly fine. Another thing I don't really like, they fixed this one in a new version. These pockets, as you can see, like this is a perfect example. Like if I have my mat here, it's sort of like the mat, it's already sitting on top of the pocket. The pocket is basically, the pocket is just on the floor, which just makes it pretty much useless. If you put your phone in here or something, you can crack it by mistake. So I think the new version, the Pro version, It's got a proper pocket somewhere around here, so this is pretty much, like, in my opinion, it's a little bit useless. And then you got two of those, so this is the useless pocket. So another thing I don't really like about this tent is the vestibule is quite large, as you can see. And then the material, I think it started a little bit getting stretched after the 1 year, so it's a little bit sagging. It doesn't matter how well I pitch it, it's got a little bit of a sort of like a, it's not really like, you can't really pull it properly. It doesn't matter how much tension you put in on the fly. You can try anything you want. The material is getting a little bit saggy. And what we found, if it's very windy, this basically vestibule doors, they don't have any sort of protection. It would be great if there was some sort of like a hiking pole socket, then you can sort of put it and run it through the middle of the vestibule. That would prevent, because you can see this is the weakest spot of the tent, the vestibule, and if it's very windy, you sort of have to aim to put the tent with the sides against the wind, not the vestibule against the wind. Otherwise it's going to be very noisy. It's going to hold up, but it's just basically going to be flopping like a flag on a heavy wind. So here, as you can see, here is much more, the tension is much better here on the side, especially if you run the guy lines. This is going to be flopping and making a lot of noise. Maybe if you have this tent yourself, and if you can tell me how to pitch it so it's gonna basically maintain its shape much better. And if you had the same issue that this sort of material is getting a little bit stretched, maybe I'm just doing something wrong, I don't know. But I think it's just the way it is. Basically there's nothing here to support. There's only the crossbar here, and then here is all it's sort of like an empty space. So the zippers are quite good. We don't have any problems with the zipper. So that's my quick short-term review of the Naturehike Mongar 2-person version. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions or suggestions, make sure you put it in the comments down below. And I'm also going to put all of the links to different versions of this tent in the description box. So if you want to check it out, if you're interested in buying this tent, make sure to check out those links. So that's the end of this quick review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new here, and I'll see you in the next one.